Alrighty, what is going on YouTube? So we are going to be recapping the price action today, the trades that we ended up taking on live stream with the Discord. So I'm actually thinking about doing YouTube lives at least like once every 2 weeks or something like that. So that way you guys see in real time how I trade, how I think, my thought process in real time, all that stuff. Because if I were to upload like the raw live trading videos, they're going to be over 2 hours long or 90 minutes long, or whatever it is. And that's pretty long. I'm not sure if people want to sit through all that and just watch me here, just being on my phone waiting for setups or something like that. So I think I will be trading live on YouTube, though. I think it'll be every 1 or 2 weeks. Let me know how frequent you guys want it. I'll probably do once a week or once every 2 weeks. So let me know which one you guys want. But with that being said, we're going to be going over the trades that we ended up taking today. Again, it was a one-loss trade, a one loss here early in the morning, and then a one win here at the CISD, which got back the loss from here, plus double that. So we'll be going over that trade or these two trades today. I think I'm going to be chilling on the PNL because I got some messages from people in the Discord telling me that they felt kind of discouraged or whatever for whatever reason. I thought it would be a little more motivational with the P&L numbers and stuff, but I guess people feel some type of way. So we're just going to be recapping the price action, the daily profile, my thought process, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to start the recap here with the Discord, and yeah, let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome, everybody. Go ahead and react to the message below. I want to see how everybody did today. Green is green, white is break even or no trades, and red is obviously red, as in a losing trade or a losing day. Got funded today. Vasquez says you got funded today. Why starting now when I'm watching Danny trades for fun gambling trading? That's funny. What up, bro? What's up? No, we're starting now because I have to get on a call here in about 30 minutes with a mentee student. So I'd like to knock out the recap here. It'll be less than 30 minutes anyway. So what's going on, guys? Welcome in. Go ahead and react to the message there above. Here we got Davskis on the mic. Let me throw on the headphones. Yeah, this live's gonna be recorded. What up, bro?
What's happening?
What's popping? Shit. We just
Dude,
here
it was a
recap.
good day today, dude.
Dude, it was. It actually really was. Low key. Everybody looks like they ended up banking today. Dabs, did you end up taking a trade or not?
Yeah, I can go over it. So I took the trade right before you guys. So I took I think it was like 9:45 shorts. Took that one, got my beast, and got up.
9:45 shorts. Oh, right here, the CRT, yeah. The 5-minute.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. What was the context behind this one right here? Just to tap into the 15?
Tap into 15. We got our 5-minute, 5-minute parent candle, and then we had a 15-second breaker.
Ooh.
And then I carried that down. I thought that was going to be high a day, honestly, but we came back and double purged. But the 10-15 shorts that you guys took was definitely the cleanest of the day.
Okay, so you seen the 9:45 pierce that. We got the parent candle. You seen it close, and then you got a 15-second breaker, and that's where you entered, right around here.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, you got that confirmation on the 15-second. Where'd you TP at, or did you TP at all?
Yeah, I TP'd at the low there. I believe it was like 45 points or something. 45, 50 points.
Oh, fucking nice. Oh, down here?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in hindsight, though, I mean, the trade you guys took was, way better, but
yeah,
I got my piece.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah, bro. Good shit.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, guys. Well, welcome in. We'll be going over the two trades that we ended up taking here in the live stream in the morning, and then just explaining what the daily profile was, why this was a fake low of day, etc. All right, so it looks like everybody was green today. I mean, I'm seeing a bunch of that you guys got funded. 3 accounts on the green today. It looks like everybody besides, looks like Cyan was red. Go ahead and send in your trade, Cyan. We'll go ahead and review it here so that way people can learn. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and start it. So the daily profile today was a London Judas, obviously a fake low of day. And the reason why it was a fake low of day, a lot of people were kind of confused on this, especially on Twitter. Whenever I posted the post that I posted, they were thinking that the sponsorship was coming from this SMT divergence. Now, In theory, that is kind of correct because the SMT did cause price to move up. However, we did not use a PD array. An SMT divergence is just a manipulation tool, right? To confirm manipulation. That's all it is. We did turtle soup the Asia low, which was the previous day low over here. We souped it in Asia, but then we souped the Asia low in London at 4 in the morning, right? So from 2 to 5 in the morning, we made the low at 4 o'clock here, and we have an SMT divergence below the previous day low. However, that is not enough, in my opinion, for a sponsorship. We want to use some sort of PD array, right? Whether it be a higher time frame fair value gap, order block, breaker block, rejection block, something of that nature right there, right? Some sort of PD array, okay? We did not use that, right? We didn't use any PD array. So the sponsorship from the London low, or the low that was created in London, just didn't make sense, right? Also, if we're looking at the 1 hour, we also have characteristics of this being a possible Monday high of week, right? Because the weekly candle opened higher and it opened way higher. And now we have a nice displacement to the downside, a 1 hour balanced price range on NQ and ES that we did respect. And now we're displacing lower. We're breaking lows. We are rejecting highs. We're respecting bearish PD arrays. So we are in bearish order flow at the moment. And we do have a lot of sell side down below us, right? If we look at the daily chart as well, if we look at this leg up, this recent leg up that sent us to a new all-time high, you can see here on both assets, or really on ES, we don't have any daily bullish PD arrays, but on NQ we do. Now the discounted daily PD arrays is going to be from this swing low, this dealing range is going to be from that swing low to the swing high where we start retracing. Now the discounted higher time frame PD array is going to be this discounted daily fair value gap. So that's where I think the weekly objective is. So that's going to be at 13425. So the main objective that I was looking at today was the 42475 level, which was Thursday's low, because this low is relative to the previous daily low. Now you can see here going into the New York session, we end up pushing higher into this 1 hour fair value gap, the 4 hour fair value gap, and the 15-minute fair value gap. So there's a bunch of bearish fair value gaps overlapped with this 15-minute. And if we look at the 4 hour, you can see the previous day range from the previous day high to the previous day low. You can see the equilibrium or premium, right? So right above this is the premium side of this 4 hour fair value gap. And if we go to the 15-minute time frame, you'll see that we have a swing high here, which is that afternoon swing high. Okay, so that's buy side there. And you can see NQ pushing up and ripping up to that buy side and up to that 15-minute fair value gap. Now, this is where we took this first short. If I go to the 5-minute, you'll see here at the 945 or the 950, 950 started displacing lower out of this out of the 1 hour and 15-minute fair value gap. So I was looking for a change in the state of delivery on the 5-minute and 1 minute. And on the 5-minute and 1 minute, the CISD ended up being somewhere down here. So if I go to the 1 minute, you'll see a bunch of up close candles here. So it's pretty much in the same area where the 5 minutes at. And to be honest, this wasn't like as clear as the second trade that we took. So we shouldn't have took this trade. But I like this BPR here on the 5 minute, the overlapped bullish fair value gap with the bearish fair value gap. That's really the main reason why I ended up trying this trade here with one contract, was this fair value gap. But we ended up displacing way higher and really quick. So we had that speed and displacement at the 10 a.m. open. And that's why we ended up getting stopped out. And then we ended up pushing a little more higher and digging deeper into this 15-minute fair value gap. Now here is where we were just watching the 1 minute. We were looking for some sort of CISD. If we look here, we have 3 up close candles that swept this high and is tapping into that 15-minute fair value gap. So I'm looking at the 1 minute to see and find our CISD on the 1 minute, because on the 1 minute, it's going to come way faster. It's going to come way sooner on the 1 minute versus like the 5 minute or the 15. Because remember, there is overlapped fair value gaps here on the 1 hour and 4 hour as well. But I'm paying attention to this 15-minute fair value gap because, again, the 1 minute CISD is going to come sooner. So in these 3 candles that swept liquidity and is digging into this fair value gap here, I wanted to see us displace lower below the opening price of this candle. But we didn't do that, did we? We ended up coming lower, respecting this fair value gap, making a new high, and now all of a sudden, our CISD changes locations, right? So our CISD would be right here, all right? So as soon as we get a body closure below the opening price of this candle here. Why this candle here, guys? Go ahead and comment in the chat. Why this candle? Why am I looking at this candle here? Swept the highs, right? It's the first up close candle in the series of up close candles that sweeps the high, right? In this structure right here. Okay, good. So as soon as we get a body closure here at this candle, we end up market entering right here. You can see this candle retests it, falls short there, retests it one more time to the tick, and then it ends up falling into that 5-minute bullish BPR that I told you guys in the live that it had to get disrespected in order for us to come down to the 930 lows. So we had a 5-minute bullish BPR here. Dang, I can't even talk today, but we had a 5-minute bullish BPR here that we ended up sliding into. And right here, I told you guys if price wanted to keep going higher, it needed to respect this 5-minute bullish fair value gap or bullish BPR, because this fair value gap sent price to go sweep these highs. And the 5-minute actually did close a body above those highs. So you can see here, we did close multiple bodies above the 9 a.m. high. So this fair value gap had to be respected if they wanted to continue it higher. However, on the 1 minute, this is what we were looking for. Since we got in up here, I wanted to see a body closure above the opening price of this down close candle in order for me to actually close out the trade, right? But we didn't get that. We rejected it twice, and then we ended up falling lower. And then here is where we got the first 1 minute bearish fair value gap in about like 20 minutes of just accumulation here in this 5-minute BPR. So as soon as we formed this bearish fair value gap, we ended up delivering way lower because we were approaching the 1050 to 1110 macro. And that's where our main TP got hit, which was right here during the 1050 to 1110 macro. So you can see as soon as we formed this bearish fair value gap on the 1 minute, we hit it. We disrespected the BPR here at the 1049 closure going into the 1050 macro. So the 5-minute closed below this 5-minute bullish fair value gap, indicating to me that this fair value gap is not going to get respected and we're going to go lower for the 1050 1110 macro. So we ended up holding our position. We had it at break even, so we were good there. 1050 starts right here, and you can see immediately it just slides way lower into these relative equal lows right here, and then into that low right there. And now this fair value gap is very important on the 1 minute, because this fair value gap here on NQ, let me just bring your attention to NQ, fuck the ES chart for a bit, but this fair value gap here sends price to go sweep this low, and it broke these relative equal lows, okay? So this fair value gap here is very important. If we end up closing above it, then this indicates to me that price is probably going to retrace a little higher, or it's potentially going to reverse to go higher, okay? That's what that means there. So this fair value gap here needs to be respected. So we end up going way lower, we push right back up, and we retest it here, and then we reject again to go all the way into that London low, which is a fake low of day. The reason why it is a fake low of day again is because we didn't have any sponsorship out of any PD array, all right? So you can see the 5-minute ends up, price action ends up using this 5-minute fair value gap to deliver down into the London low right over here, creating a new low of day. And then we end up pushing higher again, disrespecting this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, then immediately end up reclaiming it. And then you can see it just ends up respecting it for the rest of the day and following into that main objective or DOL that we were looking at 21,424 3/4. And it ends up sliding even lower down into that 388.25 level there, hitting that 1 hour fair value gap right here. And the funny thing is, again, is that we're not even in a discount. We're not even in a discount yet of this daily range right here. So I think I'm expecting lower, to be honest. We'll have to see again tomorrow. But right now we are in a daily fair value gap. So if you are looking for bullish price action, your CISD is going to come in up here right now. Because again, we have a series of down close candles here. We're tapping into that daily fair value gap and a 1 hour fair value gap. So we want to see a 1 hour CISD out of that daily fair value gap for this to continue higher. If not, I think we're going to continue lower for the rest of the week. And right now, we actually have a 1 hour bearish fair value gap right here that ended up breaking and sweeping these lows. So this fair value gap is going to be used as a bias going into tomorrow for CPI. So make sure you guys watch this and make sure you guys have this marked out. But yeah, that is that's pretty much the recap here for the trades that we took in the price action today. Let me see what you guys. I haven't even been looking at chat. My bad. All right, Cyan said I took one L and the one W. The L was the same one you took. The W is low size though, so still ended a small bit red. Happy with my psychology though. Going from green to red is tough to watch. My previous self might have chased. Sorry. Now you go, bro. Good stuff. Okay, so you basically took the two same trades that we took. All right, so did anybody else end up red? It looks like everybody was green here in the group. So good stuff. If a bullish CISD occurred there, would you have exited? Yes. So Cyan's asking if a bullish CISD would have occurred, where I was telling you guys, where I was looking at potentially exiting right here, because it was tapping into that 5-minute fair value gap. And again, that 5-minute fair value gap should have been respected if price wanted to continue higher. Because why? Because it broke the 9 a.m. highs, right? So if we got a 1-minute change right here, even if it wasn't a 15-minute PDA rate, I would have exited because that would have told me that, this was going to go higher off that 5-minute fair value gap. Why did price retest the 15-minute fair value gap? J-Bo is asking. So I think the reason why price wanted to retest that 15-minute fair value gap up here, because we did start getting displacement here at the 950 macro. And the reason why I think that wanted to retest the 15-minute fair value gap is simply because ES, we ended up getting a nice bullish divergence here below the 9 a.m. candles low. So if you see that, we ended up getting a nice bullish divergence there. And we ended up just popping up on ES. And that, in my opinion, that dragged up NQ, or NQ dragged up ES to this 15-minute fair value gap right here. And again, that's where price ended up rejecting there. Another thing I wanted to mention here that I didn't mention in this recap is we ended up getting this SMT here with ES and NQ. So that was a big thing as well. SMT in any PD array, it doesn't even have to be like a super higher time frame PD array. If there's SMT occurring in a key level or any PD array that you're looking at, especially one that's in a premium, if you're bearish, the SMT has a higher chance of working out. So that's something to note down and something I always tell you guys. Yeah, I don't trade ES. ES is one that I don't trade. I like trading NQ. I never trade ES. I use ES more as a indicator for like SMTs and stuff like that, and bias sometimes. So that's something to note as well. I like trading NQ a lot more.
Here, Johnny, I can add something on top of that as well. Why we came back to retest it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you zoom in there when we first tapped it, that's what's called a shallow run, right?
Let me see.
So if you see when we tapped into it, right, we barely tapped into the fair value gap, right?
Oh yeah, right here.
Ideally, yep. And ideally, the PD arrays that you want to use, right? You want to see your candles dig deep into your PD array, right?
Yep.
So that is actually what's called a double purge, right? So we tapped into it, we rejected off initially, right? And then price came up, they were stopping out people that are already short, right? And then eventually to send price lower, right? So you'll see that a lot, right? So you'll see that price taps into a key level, right? And then you might get a reaction off of it, and then price is going to come back and stop everybody out who's in early shorts, and that's what happened to me and J-Bo today. So it's a good eye, J-Bo.
Good stuff. Yep, exactly what Dab said there. Shallow run ends up pushing higher to double purge it. And another thing too, while we were on live, was this looked like it wanted to close over this 15-minute fair value gap. And if you guys remember me saying that if it ends up closing above the 15-minute fair value gap and disrespecting this fair value gap here, we would probably and most likely go up to the weekly opening, which is this buy side here. But again, we didn't close a 15-minute above it. So we were just waiting for confirmation on the 1 minute, and we got it right here in the form of a CISD, right? So that's where we ended up entering and then ended up TPing down here. So this was pretty much over a very close to 100-point trade. So if you guys tailed that, that got back the little loss here in the 5-minute BPR that we took, and that ended up doubling up your PNL. You got back the loss plus double. So it's very, very nice. Everybody ate today, Dirty Dave. Yep, it was a very, very clean short. We ended up losing once here, and then we got back that L plus double. So very clean. Yeah, Dirty Dave over here just got a 24K payout. Good shit. He's been fucking killing it. You couldn't trade today, huh? Because your thing had a process. Yeah. Thanks for the recap. Have a good day. Yep. 1L, then 1W covers a loss. First day live. Good stuff. Yep. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to be the recap for today. I hope everybody learned something. I hope everybody enjoyed the live, and I hope everybody's enjoying the Discord. If you guys can, if you guys are a new member in here, leave a review on the WAP if you guys can. I might be doing a lifetime giveaway, but yeah. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the CPI live trading, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. All right. Have a good rest of your guys' day. Peace out. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for CPI. Peace out, Dabs.
Peace.
Yep.
Peace,
Later,
man.
guys.